Hey everybody, we're back with another reaction video after the first one I did with Chase Eagleson, and I'm going to pull that apart, but I just found my dad's glasses and I'm going to see if I can read my notes on it with these on because I think they look hilarious. Okay, so reaction video today. I can't see anything with these on. It was a terrible idea. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Chase Eagleson feel good video that I did, and then we're going to get into Elise Trouw Burn, a live loop. I'm really excited for this. Thank you for sharing all your different suggestions. I'm really excited for this today, Elise Trouw's Burn, because it's something it's out of my depth. I looked up. She uses Ableton triggered through MIDI. It's been filmed and recorded sound-wise by Blowhole Sound, so it's like a full production here. And I'm really excited because from the looks of it, plays guitar, drums, bass. Who knows what I might see in it. So I'm really intrigued to kind of like dive into it, and we'll uncover it together. So grab some popcorn. But for those of you that watched the Chase Eagleson video last week, I just wanted to kind of put a few things in there that I went back and studied it, of course. And just in case you're wondering, track 1 is recording all the way until the end of those first vocals. Then we switch tracks. There's a reverb pedal, which I think I mentioned that he kicks on. And then track 2 is from the bass onwards. So pretty simple when you figure out what's on what, which is great. But I wondered, in the breakdown, it almost sounds like he has some post-production, and he's recording it all on the computer in the background, 3 individual channels. I presume 2 mics that he's got there for the different reverbs and effects and sound on his voice, and then the guitar, the loop, which is going to come out 1 channel, hence the reverb pedal. But it sounds a little bit, and I wrote this down, but it sounds a little bit like he has maybe some post-production in the breakdown, like a pad kind of sound, just filling out the sound. It could just be the reverb pedal he's got on, but everything is going into the laptop recorded, so I wouldn't be surprised if the reverb on the vocals and things is all just totally done in post-production, and he's got a rough, nice mix in his headphones just for singing it and recording it. But anyway, it's like a very long intro. I feel like we should dive into Elise Trouw. Trouw? Must be Trouw. This is a live looping session using Ableton to trigger things, and I'm expecting... I'm not sure what I'm expecting, to be honest. Let's hit it. Damn. I already... Okay, that... Let's see if I pause this continuously. That is super cool. Super short little kickoff for the loop. So she's wearing in-ears, so I presume there's a click track under it. Running Ableton as well from MIDI, then typically it's all programmed to trigger certain things, and so she'll have a count in, I presume, but it's one take. She gets one shot at each thing, and it's triggered to loop those certain tracks at certain points. But I love what just happened with the stereo combo of the shaker. That was nice. And I love that this is moving really quickly. It's one of my, if you've watched any of my tutorials on even doing stuff with looping with pedals where it's not programmed, we sometimes get stuck in building trying to make the build as short as possible. And this is amazing because we're already right into it. She's moving. She's kind of heading towards a kick drum already, and it's 13 seconds into the video. So that is pretty cool. Yeah. Also, the lighting is super nice in this.
Come on in and listen close. I will tell you how this goes. Light a match and watch it glow.
Little delay on the
When it
guitar.
hurts, just let it go. Funny how we meet again. Talking small is just for show. So I will ask you where you've been. I don't really care though. 'Cause I knew in time you
Nice.
would return. 'Cause I felt
Little bass line on the keyboard there.
crash, but you're feeling the burn. And I know it's time. I know it's time that you feel the burn. That you feel the burn.
That's the first time it looked like she possibly triggered anything.
Close. You fucked up and let me go. Sorry, but that's just a word. Apologies will not
Like
be
she's
heard.
definitely not
Say you
restarting
wanna take me
those
back, but never
loops.
thinking about the fact I'm already moving on. So now it's my turn to be gone. 'Cause I knew in time you would return. 'Cause I felt the crash, but you're feeling the burn. And I know it's time. I know it's time that you feel the burn. That you feel.
Okay, one thing I do really like about this, and it takes a lot of practice, a lot of ability, but she sings beautifully over top of playing and shifting all this different, changing instruments, changing what's going on. The good side is her brain doesn't have to particularly be on triggering things and getting the timing and all that sort of stuff right, which is really nice. But it's super nice to see and hear. It sounds like she's still just really singing, not stuck in concentration land. Okay, was that looped? I may have missed it. It didn't sound like those vocals were looped. It sounded like that was post-production because she was not singing all that. I may have missed it. It may have been looped at the start. I don't know the song. I'm going to have to go back and look for that now. But I also really like the way this is set up for filming. Keeps you super engaged. They've got a loop round and it's all one take with a handheld gimbal, a stabilizer of some sort, which is super nice. Some nice drumming. That really is. Wow. Okay, super nice. That's very different from, again, what I'm doing using pedals and doing everything where it's like your timing and everything has to be on. From what I know of Ableton, and again, this is out of my depth. Really, I don't use Ableton a lot, but there's a few things that she's not having to worry about, which is super nice and ends up for a super tasty end result, is the delay on the guitar. She's only playing one of those notes, not both. But obviously, provided she's locked in and in time when all those triggers hit and switch everything for what's getting looped and recorded, then two things. You have total capacity post-production, all on different tracks where you want it. So that's where we're getting the surround sound and all that sort of stuff. And then secondly, in terms of mixing and levels, it's like, yeah, you've got everything separated, which is super nice. This is very tasty. Yeah, very tasty. Curious. Do you, I don't know, I've come across a few people that are using Ableton Live for their live shows. Literally, I mean, this is another studio environment type setup. I'm curious, do you guys use Ableton for your live shows, or are we mostly on pedals? Quantiloop seems to be the other one that is much more software based that's getting used, but I'm curious. Let me know, for those of you that do use some sort of software and maybe MIDI triggers, even if it's MIDI foot pedals, like running the HD stomp with a MIDI setup perhaps. Curious to know. But that's super fun. Exactly like last week, I am going to watch this again now and figure out, I want to know, actually, where does her vocals come in, if those vocals are in there. Let's check that out.
Come on in and listen close. I will
don't believe they
tell you
are.
how this goes. Light a match and watch it glow. But when it hurts, just let it go. Funny how we meet again. Talking small is just in time.
No,
I know it's
not recorded, so then here. Oh, maybe it is. Could be wrong. So there, she's not singing there. Okay, but the in there from the loop. But she definitely doesn't sing that last little combo. So I wonder if they overdubbed some stuff. Curious, because that part wasn't live. Interesting. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go and pick through it again. But the next one I've got on my list is Carl Wachner's mashup of Bruno Mars, Mark Ronson, and Ed Sheeran with Uptown Funk and Don't. And I've watched a bunch of his stuff before. I'm really curious to make a video and really dive into what he does. Okay, what are your secrets?